Have you ever felt like you're not growing in your faith? Like you're just going through the motions but not really getting stronger? That's exactly what the writer of Hebrews 5:11 to Hebrews 6:3 was talking about. He was writing to Jewish Christians who had already accepted Jesus, but instead of growing they were stuck. They kept needing to be reminded of the basics, things they should have already learned. This passage is like a wake-up call. It's saying, stop being stuck, it's time to grow in your faith and move forward. Faith isn't meant to stay small, it's supposed to get stronger over time. Hebrews 5:11 to 14 says, "There's so much more to learn about Jesus, but it's hard to explain because some of you have stopped trying to understand. By now you should be teaching others, but instead you still need someone to teach you the basics again. It's like you're still drinking milk instead of eating real food. Babies drink milk because they're not ready for solid food. But mature people eat solid food. They have trained themselves to know the difference between right and wrong by practicing their faith. Think about it, what if someone only drank milk their whole life? They'd never get strong. That's what happens when we stay in the same place spiritually, never growing, never learning more about God. Hebrews 6:1 to 3 tells us, so let's stop going over the same basic lessons about Jesus again and again. Instead, let's grow up in our faith and move forward. We don't need to keep relearning things like turning away from sin, having faith in God, learning about baptisms, laying on hands, resurrection, and judgment. Those things are important, but we should be growing beyond them. And with God's help, we will. This doesn't mean the basics aren't important. They are, but they're supposed to be the starting point, not the end. Imagine learning the ABCs and never moving on to words and sentences. That wouldn't make sense, right? In the same way, we need to keep growing in our understanding of Jesus. Preacher Brian Boden of Church of Christ, Fennell Avenue, encourages us in his sermon, Once Enlightened But Spiritually Dead, not to get stuck on the ABCs of Christianity, but to keep learning, to keep growing in your faith. Also, in his sermon, preacher Brian Boden says, if you hit rock bottom, I guess the only way is up. We need a little, perhaps a lot of faith. He emphasizes the need to grow and move forward in faith, especially in difficult times. When we feel like we've hit rock bottom, faith is what helps us climb back up. As Christians, we are encouraged to leave behind spiritual immaturity and grow stronger. Resilience is necessary, pushing forward even when things feel hopeless. Faith is the key to moving beyond struggles, whether they are spiritual, emotional, or personal. So, ask yourself, are you growing in your faith, or are you staying in the same place? It's time to move forward, grow stronger, and build a deeper relationship with God. And with His help, we will. To watch Brian Boden's full sermon, please visit the Fennell Avenue Church of Christ website, www.churchofchristhamilton.com. So what are we to do? Don't let your faith become a stagnant pool. Take a moment today to identify one area where you've been comfortable with the basics. Choose one practical step, whether it's reading a new chapter of Scripture, engaging in a deeper conversation about your faith, or seeking out a mentor, and commit to taking that step. Remember, growth is a choice, and God is ready to walk with you as you choose to move forward.